Hi, in this class, we're going to learn how to develop your vocabulary, that is, learning new words using MMN. So, observe these sentences here. The man was a sentry, the man was impeccable, the man was preaching. Now, the words sentry, impeccable, and preaching are somewhat relatively new words whose meaning you might not know yet. So, if you see, the word sentry is a noun and impeccable is an adjective and preaching is a gerund, which is nothing but a verb. So, in this class, we will learn how to identify the part of speech for the words that we don't know. Now, using that, we will actually learn how to understand the meaning and fit it in this context, and also write your own sentence using the same word. So, in this three sentences, I want you to identify the hard word. Okay?
Okay.
The kidnappers were abducting his son. What is the hard word in this sentence? Abducting. Okay. And the seeds of some fruits are edible. What is the hard word?
Edible.
Edible. Okay. And the employees received a hoax call that there was a bomb planted in the office.
Oh.
Hoax. Now, these are the hard words, right? Now, we have identified the hard words, but we have not identified the part of speech yet. Okay. So, now I want you to tell me the complement. Complement as in whether it is a noun, whether it is an adjective, or whether it's a verb. Okay. Now, let us see. The kidnappers were abducting his son. What do you think the word abducting is? Is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Or is it a verb? So, how to Yeah, no, it's a verb. Why? How do I say it's a verb? Because I clearly see ing. So that's a verb. Okay. Also, if you see the word where is actually telling me that either the complement can be gerund, adjective, or noun. So I can clearly see there is an ing which is a gerund. So that means it must be a verb. Okay. Similarly, edible. Now I see are here. Okay. The trick to identify whether it's a noun, adjective, or verb is to look at the auxiliary verb. Okay, looking at the auxiliary verb, now I see the auxiliary verb are. So are tells me that it can get as a complement a noun, adjective, or a verb. Since I don't see a gerund form here, and edible is not a name, so it is not a noun. So it is not a verb because it doesn't get ing, and it's not a noun because it's not a name. So this word is an adjective. So this is a verb. Okay, and this is an adjective. So the employee received. What is received? Received is a verb, and I see a. A is a noun binder. So this must be. This is the noun for a, right? So this must be adjective. Got it? So this is how you can actually identify the complement of the hard word. ओके सो आपको हार्ड वर्ड्स जो है पता करना है और उसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट क्या है वो भी अगर आप समझ लेते हैं जब मीनिंग समझेंगे तो अपने सेंटेंस बनाने में वो मदद करेगा दैट इज द रीजन यू हैव इट इज बेटर टू आइडेंटिफाई कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑल्सो okay now look at these sentences like they have alibi, he has metal, they have insisted, they have propagated, he has abducted. Now look at the auxiliary verbs here. The auxiliary verbs are have and has. Okay, similarly we have and has here also. And if you notice these words, you get these forms. And have and has we have learned from the expanded table that either they'll get a participle or they will get a noun. So I can clearly say that these are participles. So have or has के बाद participles ये आया, that is here. Okay, but can I say that these words are nouns?
Yes.
Because they are not participles. I clearly know कि have या has के बाद एक ये आएगा या a आएगा और नाउन तो नहीं है, इसका मतलब ये पार्टिसिपल है, और अगर ये पार्टिसिपल है इसका मतलब ये नाउन नहीं है. That is a trick you use. If it is this, then it is not this. If it is that, then this is this. Got it? So similarly, just like how we have is, was, were, they get gerund or adjective. नाउन तो सबको लगता है, हैव हैज को भी नाउन आएगा, जिरंड एडजेक्टिव वाले ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स को भी नाउन आएंगे, right? Like here if you see, we get gerund adjective and noun, so here also you get a noun, okay, and here also you get a noun, okay, but the difference is kya? The difference is either adjective or verb, gerund or adjective or only participle. So what I do generally, if I see a new word, I use a trick. What trick है? Use is or use have to identify whether it's a gerund or adjective. Okay, I will teach you here better. Now see, they have alibi. Okay, you can have a noun. Okay, he has metal. Okay, so when I use have or has, वो साउंड ही ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे कि ये कुछ चीज है, alibi एक चीज है, इसलिए you can have it, right? have का मतलब क्या? possessing something, to have something, right? इसका मतलब वो चीज है. तो when you say उनके पास alibi है, मेरे पास metal है, तो मतलब वो एक चीज की बात कर रहे हैं हम. Okay, therefore it is a noun. Whether you don't know the meaning, you can just feel that it is a noun even though. Okay, similarly if you see here, they have insisted, he has abducted, they have propagated. Now they all are participles. We know they are participles. Why? Because looking at the forms of the words, okay, we say that they are participles, and yes, for have ke baad participle ana is possible, so we made it out there participle. So when it is a participle, it means it's an action which has just finished. Like they have insisted, मतलब अभी अभी उन लोगों ने कुछ insist किया है, अभी अभी उन लोगों ने कुछ propagate किया है, अभी अभी उन लोगों ने abduct किया है. So ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. तो मैपिंग टेबल में if you see, using these any auxiliary verbs, okay, any auxiliary verbs, you can say what its complement can be by remembering the rules. If you remember the rules, this is how you can identify the complement. And identification of complement is important because it will help you understand the context of that sentence better. Okay, so now how to use and complement to develop vocabulary, I'll teach you that. So look at these words carefully. Okay, there's a word called as differ. Okay, differ का मतलब है to postpone. Okay, so this is a word, this is its meaning, and this is an example sentence. Okay, now let us read this sentence. The examinations were deferred. The examinations were deferred due to unconditional circumstances. So what do you mean by deferred here now? Postponed. Means the examinations were postponed. So now do you understand the word differ? And you understand its meaning, and now you saw an example. Now your homework would be to write a new sentence using the word differ. Okay, you will write your own sentence. You can make use of the auxiliary verb. Now if you see where here, iska matlab you can use are, you can use is, but you cannot use have or has. Means ये एक class of auxiliary verbs है, ये अलग class of auxiliary verbs है. Okay, you can even use have been, because have been also gets gerund adjective noun. Okay, but have or has gets noun and participle. So accordingly you can make your own sentences. This is how you can use knowledge of complement in making your own sentences. Now look at the second one. Okay, okay, so if you see these complements, and that will help you actually frame sentences better. Now I'll show you another example here. The word is abduct. So abduct का मतलब है kidnap. Okay, so let us see an example sentence. The son of president A to protect was abducted for a hefty ransom. Okay, so abducted, what does the word abduct means now? It means kidnap. Okay, now my question to you is, was aya, and you see ed here, so can I say this is a verb? It's a verb, right? So you can, idea is to feel whether the word is a verb, adjective, or noun, and here it is a verb. Okay, this is passive voice. So in passive voice, you get participles after auxiliary verbs. All auxiliary verbs. All auxiliary verbs के बाद you will get participle. और जिसको already participle आता है, किसको आता है already participle? Have और has को आता है, have, has, had को आता है, right? Have, has, had and will have. You get participle, right? By default you get participle. So here what happens, you instead of, for these words you will get being and participle. Okay, so if it is like that, matlab here actually you should get was abducting. Matlab the kidnappers were abducting his son. No, that is active voice. But if you got something like this, that means the son was abducted by the kidnappers. So reverse ho gaya idhar. So that is why we call it passive voice. And what is happening in passive voice? Jahan gerund aana chahiye wahan participle aa jayega. So here also if you see like where ke baad deferred aaya. So even this is passive voice. Understood? Where where you should get gerund, if you get uh, participle, then it is passive voice. Got it? Now look at this word insist. What does insist mean? Insist means maintain something until you get it. Like she insisted that he was wrong. मतलब वो बार बार बोलते जा रहे कि वो गलत है. He's insisting that. Okay. What can I safely say looking at ed that it is a verb? And see, I did not get any auxiliary verbs here. Iska, and I get a past form of the verb. That means this is simple past. Got it? Now all these examples are verb examples. Okay, whether active voice or passive voice, they are verb examples. Now my intention is कि you should understand whether a given word, a given hard word, वो एक verb है या adjective है. आपको वो पता करना है मीनिंग समझते हुए. तो ये सब verbs है. तो let us see next slide where you will understand much better. These are adjective examples. Okay, let us understand what does it mean. Edible. What does edible mean? Edible means that can be eaten. The seeds of some fruits are edible. Understood? मतलब क्या? थोड़े बीज थोड़े फलों के खाने योग्य है. हाँ, खा सकते हैं. Understood? R. Now I got R. R के बाद जिरंड आ सकता है, पर यहाँ जिरंड नहीं आया ना पार्टिसिपल आया. इसका मतलब वो वर्ब तो नहीं है. और क्या आया मुझे? Edible. So can I say this is an adjective? Also, if you see, this is talking about seeds. What kind of seeds they are? They are edible seeds. So that means the same sentence I can simply write in just two words. Edible seeds. Can I just say like this?
Yes.
And what does this mean according to MMN? It's an adjective and noun pair. It's a pair, right? Adjective noun pair.
Yes.
So this is how you have to find adjectives even whether you don't know the meaning. Okay, for example, I'll show you here like pious. You don't know the meaning of pious yet, but let us look at the meaning. It means very religious people are called as pious. Mohsin is very pious in offering prayers 5 times a day without fail. Yes, what are we using here? Pious. So what does pious mean? बहुत devotional, बहुत very much devoted and dedicated to religious activities. Such people are called as pious. तो जब आप pious word समझ, अब तो समझ गए आप कि ओके pious का मतलब है जो very religious है. मैं ये समझा रहा हूँ कि आप ये भी समझिए कि एक adjective है. ओके, this knowledge like ये इसके बाद actually adjective आया इस बार. Okay, you got easy here.
Yes.
And you got adjective this time. Well, how can I say it is an adjective? I don't see ing or I don't see a participle. That means it is an adjective. Also, what is this word talking about? It is talking about Mohsin. So notice all the adjectives will generally talk about something. जब आपको ये knowledge आ जाएगा कि एक adjective है और इसका मतलब ये भी है, तब आपको sentence बनाना easy हो जाएगा. Understood? Like you can say, my mother is very pious. Now it comes very naturally for you to frame such sentences. Then you have knowledge of the meaning and also the complement. Therefore, I am asking you to learn both. That not just the meaning, but also understand what word is it. Is it a noun or is it an adjective? Okay, now look at the word elegant. Stylish and graceful is called elegant. Like a suit can be as expensive as you like it, but it's the elegant. It's the elegant nature of the suit. It is elegant nature of the suit. Okay, that completes the sentence. Okay, now you tell me. A suit can be as expensive as you like it, but it's the elegant nature of the suit. So nature is noun. That means elegant must be adjective. And what is elegant talking about? Elegant is talking about the suit here. Okay, so this is how you will understand both the meaning and also the complement of the word. Okay, let us look at few noun examples. Now noun examples are very easy to identify because there are two ways you can easily identify. One, noun comes after articles a and the, so you can easily identify that it's a noun. The second one is after auxiliary verbs, the possibility of coming a noun is always there, whether it is or have. Yes, because both can get a noun. So now if you look here, the jury. Now I got it, the jury. What does jury mean? The group of judges. Okay, the jury acquitted the accused prisoner. Okay, although acquitted can be a hard word also, but this is a verb. How did I say it's a verb? Just by looking at ed I can say it's a verb. Okay, I don't know the meaning of acquitted, I don't know the meaning of jury, but still I can say ki jury is a noun. How? By looking at the. And how can I say this is a verb? By looking at ed. Okay, so the group of judges acquitted. Acquitted मतलब किसी को अपने ऊपर लगाए हुए इल्जाम से रिहा कर देना is called acquitted. Accused मतलब इसके ऊपर वो निंदा लगी है, चोरी की या मर्डर की जो भी निंदा लगाते हैं. हाँ, see, you tell me. Now this is a noun, right? Prisoner is a noun. Of course, it's an adjective. And if you can very clearly see the segment here, see the है, ये noun है, the binder. The के बाद noun ये आया, तो इसका मतलब ये adjective है. This is how you'll make out. Understood? So you got noun, you got verb, and you got an adjective in a same sentence. Although I did not know the meaning of any of these words, still I made out कि एक noun है, एक adjective है ये, और ये एक verb है. ऐसा समझते हुए जब हम मीनिंग को सुनते हैं तो सेंटेंस में वो कंटेक्स्ट में फिट करना इजी हो जाता है. Understood? Okay, now let's look at this word hoax. Now we saw hoax as an adjective. Okay, now let us look here what can it happen, whether it's a noun or an adjective. Hoax, some big talk or hip hype or fake. Okay, the employees received a hoax call. What call? They received a hoax call. Now I very clearly said in the beginning that we are going to discuss noun examples. But if you see here, a के बाद call आया, so actually call is the noun. That means hoax is an adjective. But I'm saying hoax is a noun also. How is this possible? It is possible because when you put two nouns together, the first noun will act as an adjective. For example, 10 chocolates. Okay, 10 chocolates. 10 is a noun because it's name of a number. Chocolates are noun because they are things. But when I put 10 chocolates together, yes, 10 acts as an adjective is how we say it. Therefore, hoax is a noun. Something fake is a hoax. But here since we say hoax call, so hoax is acting as an adjective, although it's a noun. Got it? So the employees received a hoax call that there was a bomb planted in Genpact. So what does that mean? किसी ने एक fake call किया था कि Genpact में bomb लगाया गया. Got it? All right. Now let's look at the word metal. Now these are the examples that I have showed you earlier. You know, jury, hoax, metal. So I'm discussing the meaning and the ability to put it in context of a sentence also. Like when I say metal, metal, he is of a strong metal. So I can very clearly see a आया, तो ये noun आया, and strong is adjective. ओके ओके मेटल. मेटल आप समझ में तो आ गया कि एक चीज है, कुछ है, पर इसका मतलब नहीं मालूम. मेटल क्या है? मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ. आप ऐसा मीनिंग समझते ही पहले तो आपने ये पता कर लिया कि एक नाउन है, और आप मीनिंग समझते हुए जब आप यहाँ रखेंगे, then it becomes very easy for you to understand. Okay, he is of a strong metal to be defeated. मतलब उसका मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ इतना काफी अच्छा है, स्ट्रांग है कि उसको हराना मुश्किल है. Got it? He is of a strong metal to be defeated. ये to be defeated का मतलब है that he cannot be defeated because he has a strong metal. Got it? Okay. So that is how I just want to conclude this part so far. Looking at the auxiliary verbs, you can identify the complements first, even without knowing the meaning. But when you actually know both the complement and the meaning, it helps you to understand the context, the meaning of the sentence better. Plus, it will help you to make your own sentences easily. So far we have learned adjectives, verbs, and nouns. Now we are entering into a concept called as phrasal verbs. So what are phrasal verbs? Now phrasal verbs are also verbs. They are also verbs. Okay, but they get a preposition together along with them. For example, say keep. Keep is verb, right? Keep is verb. Again, you see here keep is verb. Again, you see kick. Now these all are verbs. We know they all are verbs. But I just don't get keep. I get keep up, keep down, yeah, kick back. Now these all are prepositions, right? Up, down, back. They all are prepositions. Yes. Now what does that mean? Keep up. Keep has nothing to do with keep up or keep down. Keep एक अलग ही word है, keep up एक अलग word होता है और keep down भी. Similarly, kick and kickback will not have any similarity in their meanings. That is the noted difference you must observe about phrasal verbs. Right? The original verb and the phrasal verb will not have any similarity in meaning. It's an entirely new word. That's how you must treat it. And try to learn the meaning also accordingly. So keep up. Now, since it's a verb, I can safely say I can use auxiliary verbs like is, are, have been. Yes?
Yes.
I can use any form. Okay. For example, keep up का मतलब क्या है पहले हम वो देखते हैं. Stay on the required schedule. If you don't understand, try reading the example sentence. You have to keep up if you want to work here. और अब इतना तो मैं समझ गया कि एक वर्ब है और मैं ये भी देख सकता हूँ कि यहाँ टू आया एक वर्ब बाइंडर if you see, right? So I can say it's a verb safely. Okay, so what does it mean stay on the required schedule? मतलब schedule है मंडे तक ये काम करना, आपको भी काम मंडे तक कर देना चाहिए. ट्यूसडे का काम आपको करना कि ट्यूसडे. सो यू आर कीपिंग अप विद द शेड्यूल, मतलब एक एक दिन का काम एक एक दिन आप करते जा रहे हो शेड्यूल के हिसाब से. देन दैट मीन्स यू आर कीपिंग अप विद द शेड्यूल. जैसे कि मैं भी बोलूंगा कि कीप अप विथ मी, मतलब आप होमवर्क नहीं कर रहे हैं और मैं क्लास आगे बढ़ाते जाऊंगा, तो मतलब क्या, यू आर नॉट कीपिंग अप विथ मी. So that is the meaning of keep up. So you have to keep up if you want to work here. You have to keep up if you want to learn completely. I can use such examples. Got it?
Yes.
You can safely treat them as verbs and start framing your sentences. And your ability to speak good US English will depend on how many phrasal verbs you can know and also use. I am not just going to share a material and asking you to read this, you will get better hold on vocabulary. I am teaching you the concept of mmn and complement and how to frame together, because I want you to know the meanings, I want you to know its complement, and also frame sentences daily, 5 sentences. Okay, 5 adjectives, 5 nouns, 5 verbs, 5 phrasal verbs. I want you to pick up words, understand their meanings, read an example sentence, and frame your own sentence too. When you do like that, then you will be able to even use these words in your own language. Got it?
Yeah.
The reason why I am doing this class is for you to be able to use one day, not just learn new words, but also use in your own language. And it requires effort, it is hard work, and therefore you will do it. Okay, so what does keep down mean? Keep down means not vomit. Okay, not vomit is called keep down. And if you actually see not throw up, this is again a phrasal verb because I got a verb and a preposition together. Throwing up का मतलब है vomiting कर लेना. Keep down का मतलब है vomiting नहीं करना. So okay, so these are opposites basically. Throw up, keep down, or keep in one's stomach. If I ate that, look at the meaning. If I ate that, I don't know if I could keep it down. Now notice, यहाँ keep आया, यहाँ down आया. Subject कहाँ आया? बीच में आया. ये एक usage है phrasal verb का, आपको याद रखना होगा. Okay? Talk down. Talk down is a phrasal verb. किसी को नीचा बताते हुए बात करने को talk down बोलते हैं. तो जब हम बोलेंगे तो the object जो भी है, द प्रोनाउन थ्री या किसी का नाम, टॉक हिम डाउन, डोंट टॉक हर डाउन, डोंट टॉक हिम डाउन, डोंट टॉक देम डाउन. उनको नीचा मत बताओ, उनको उसको कम मत बताओ, उसको ऐसा बात मत करो उसके बारे में. is actually told like this. Talk और down के बीच the pronoun 3 आएगा, या कभी कभी नाम भी आ सकता है. For don't talk अभिषेक down, ऐसा भी बोलते हैं. मतलब the subject or the object or the noun whatever can come in between the phrasal verb. This is a concept you must remember. Okay, some don't come, like for example you have to keep up like this. I directly say it as a verb. For some the object comes, if there is an object involved, generally it comes in between like this. Usually it's a pronoun 3. Okay, similarly kick back. After work I like to kick back. So what does that mean? Kick back means sit or lie back to relax. So now you understood what is kick back. तो जब आप एग्जाम्पल सेंटेंस बनाओगे यू कैन मेक लाइक आई किक बैक आफ्टर कमिंग फ्रॉम ऑफिस, और I kick back by sitting in the last bench in my class. You can come with your own creative examples, but I want you to come up with your own examples. I want you to write down, practice phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very very important if you really want to be able to communicate with US citizens better, because much of their language is made of phrasal verbs, and British English is not made of phrasal verbs. Okay, so that's the essential difference between American English and British English. Got it? Okay, so let me share two more. Kick in, begin taking effect. Kick in का मतलब है असर करना. The medicine takes 1 hour to kick in. Understood? It takes 1 hour to start showing its effects. Now, since we don't know the word kick in, हम लोग क्या बोलते रहते हैं? The medicine takes 1 hour to work. Medicine doesn't work. They kick in. Got it? Unless you really mean to use the word work, then it's a different situation, different sentence altogether. But what you're trying to say is kick in. But since you don't know kick in, you would say work. This is where we sound wrong. But if you have good knowledge of phrasal verbs, it will help you like this. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so next one, let down or disappoint. I felt let down. I felt let down. Matlab, I was disappointed when I didn't receive a birthday card from my sister. Got it?
Yeah.
My employer let, and I use a pronoun 3 in between. Let me down. My boss, let us say, my boss let me down by not giving holiday or a leave. I mean, sorry, by not granting me a leave, or by not giving me bonus or an increment in salary, something like that. Got it? Okay, so phrasal verbs, since they are verb, okay, phrasal verbs are also verbs, right? So they will have inflections just like verbs. Okay, for example, they have present, and we have past, and we have participle, and then we have gerund. Okay, so like keep up, keep down, kick in, let down, kick back. These are the words we just saw with their meanings. Now, in the past, it can change like this: keep up, keep down, kept down, kick in, kicked in, let down, let down. Let remains the same, just like put and cut. Let, put. These are how the inflections are. Kick, kicked. The same goes for participle. They both remain the same. And for gerund, you obviously know, like keeping up, keeping down. And remember, the ing comes to the verb, not the preposition. So I'm taking out the book. It's not I'm take outing the book. Or actually, you can further say I'm taking. You will get the verb here, the taking book out. Okay, not generally, even this is considered inappropriate, not wrong. Taking out the book. Okay, so here the phrasal verb came together, but here the noun comes in between. So usually this is considered correct. ऐसा नहीं कि ये गलत है, but it is considered inappropriate. Got it? The noun must come in between. Okay, so do you understand now कि phrasal verbs को भी inflections हो सकते हैं? Okay, so mapping table, if you see how you get, wherever you see verbs, like here you can get present, or here you can gerund participle, again gerund, all these can come for phrasal verbs also. Phrasal verbs take the same positions as verbs. Got it? Okay. Now the last topic is expressions. So what are expressions? Expressions हिंदी में मुहावरे बोलते हैं हम. ओके, गई भैंस पानी में. अब एक मुहावरा है. इसका मतलब ये है कि कोई कुछ काम करना शुरू कर दे तो बस वो उसी में बैठ जाता है. ओके. या कोई खेलने गया, बस वो खेलते ही रहेगा, अभी नहीं आएगा घर. सो मुहावरे जो बोलते हैं उसका लिटरल मीनिंग और जो सिचुएशन मीनिंग होता है एकदम अलग होता है. बस हम सब कंपेयर करने के लिए बोलते हैं. उसी तरह ऑफ कोर्स इंग्लिश में भी एक्सप्रेशंस होंगे, मुहावरे होंगे, और जब हम वो मुहावरे को समझ लेंगे तो हम भी अच्छे तरह कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं, जस्ट लाइक हाउ अ नेचुरल स्पीकर वुड डू. सो आई एम गोइंग टू टीच यू दैट. लेट अस नोटिस थ्री expressions here. A bit much, a little bird told me, ace up your sleeve. Okay, let us start with a bit much. If something is excessive or annoying, it's a bit much. For example, is it sweet? Yeah, a bit much. Is it hot here? Yes, a bit much. Is he harsh to you? Yes, a bit much. तो वो लोग बोलते हैं a bit much, मतलब हाँ थोड़ा ज्यादा. ओके, थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया ना, हाँ a bit much. That is, हम लोग बोलते हैं हाँ थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया ना, तो to them it is a bit much. That is the expression they use. Similarly, a little bird told me. If someone doesn't want to say where they got some information from, they can say a little bird told me. For example, now you said you are working in some organization. I came to know कि वो कहाँ है. Let us say you are working for Microsoft. I don't know before, I didn't know before that you were working for Microsoft. And suddenly one day I say, hey, it seems you're working for Microsoft. And you ask me, who told you? कोई बोले थे यार, बोलो करते हो या नहीं, ऐसा मैं बोलूँगा हिंदी में. So in English, you can say a little bird told me. Is it right or wrong? Okay, that's how they use expressions. Similarly, ace up. Up का मतलब एक preposition है, मतलब you're putting something up. Okay, ace is a thing. Okay, it's a card. In the card games you get ace, right? Okay, ace up your sleeve. So what do they mean if you have an ace? Now if you see, they clearly say here, if you have an ace. If you have an ace up your sleeve, मतलब sleeve के अंदर. Sleeve is like the shirt का जो sleeves होता है ना, उसके अंदर क्या है, एक ace है. इसका मतलब है ace हम गेम में तब इस्तेमाल करते हैं जब when you are going to lose, suddenly you put your ace and the game turns to your favor and you win that game. That is the power of an ace in the card game. Okay, so the meaning of this expression is, if you have an ace up your sleeve, you have something that will give you an advantage that other people don't know about. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, किसी को नहीं मालूम है कि अक्टूबर में बोनस आने वाला है, सिर्फ तुमको मालूम है. ओके, घर में किसी को नहीं मालूम, तो सडनली खर्चा बढ़ गया घर में. हर कोई परेशान है, तुम परेशान नहीं हो, और लोग पूछते हैं क्यों तुम परेशान नहीं हो. बिकॉज यू हैव एन एस अप योर स्लीव, राइट? यू नो बोनस इज कमिंग बट नोबडी एल्स नोस. So we can say you have an ace up your sleeve. So this is how you use. Don't worry, I got an ace up my sleeve. I'll take care of it. I'll handle that. This is how they talk. Okay, let's see two more expressions. Add fuel to the fire. Add fuel to the fire is something like झले पे नमक छिड़कना. वो भी एक मुहावरा है, ये भी expression है. If people add fuel to the fire, they make a bad situation. Okay. Similarly, after your own heart. A person after your own heart का मतलब है वो भी तुम्हारी तरह सोचते हैं. He is after my own heart. ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, मतलब वो भी मेरी तरह सोचता है. She is after my own heart. My girlfriend is after my own heart. My girlfriend thinks just like me. Instead, I can say after my own heart. Got it? So, did you understand the power of expressions in communication? They matter a lot, right? And generally, when it comes to routine communication, if you see, communicative Language is filled so much with phrasal verbs and expressions, and therefore it is very important to you to learn much of these words. The more you learn, the better it will be for you to communicate your ideas better in your day-to-day life. Okay, now there's a trick that I want to teach you on how to frame expressions sentences. Here I have only shown you the meanings, I have not showed you the sentences as such. Now let us see how many types of expressions we have in the first place. Like, see, expressions can be of three types. Okay, one is it can be prepositions, or it can be verbs, or it can be nouns. What do I mean? For example, if you see the verbs, add fuel to the fire, yeah, burn the candle, yeah, add insult. Now see, they are starting with verbs, right? They all are verbs. Now if you see here prepositions, now they start with prepositions. Similarly, when you see nouns, like it's like a noun. See, bad apple is a noun, bad shape is a noun, bag of bones is a noun, ace, even that's a noun. Okay, so either look at the starting of the expression. Do they start with a verb? Do they start with a preposition or a noun? Accordingly, using your knowledge of and sentence structures, okay, now you know that these are the this is how the tables are, right? Okay, so if, now look at here, we know that I can get nouns here. Okay, I can get nouns here, here, and here, and I know what are the verbs. So I can use the same auxiliary verbs. Okay, same auxiliary verbs, and just use the verb wala expressions, or I can use the noun वाले जो भी है auxiliary verbs, उसको nouns लगा सकते हैं. For example, he is a bad apple, he has a bad apple, he is a bag of bones, he has a bag of bones, दोनों भी चलेगा. But if it comes to verb, he is adding fuel to the fire, that is fine. But if I say has, then I have to say he has added fuel to the fire. Got it? I can use these auxiliary verbs, but I just have to play around the forms of the verbs. I can use any of these auxiliary verbs, but I just have to play with the forms. Okay, यहाँ participle, वहाँ participle, वहाँ जिरन, यहाँ जिरन, जहाँ present, वहाँ present. Like, he adds fuel to the fire generally between friends. Now I'm using a simple present, this thing. Got it? You just have to play with the forms, but you can, कोई भी चलेगा. जो भी फॉर्म है वो चलेगा, प्रेजेंट चलेगा, जिरन चलेगा, पास्ट भी चलेगा, पार्टिसिपल भी चलेगा. पर अगर वर्ब इस बस आप देख लेना कि एक्सप्रेशन कौन सा टाइप का है. ये जब हम आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं तो सेंटेंस बनाने में इजी हो जाती है. ओके, अगर प्रीपोजिशन वाले हैं तो क्या करेंगे? प्रीपोजिशन वाले is very simple. Now for example, I'll show you examples here. Okay, so is, either you can use is, or either you can use have or has, is what I taught you, right? But what I'm trying to teach you now is you can use both, but change it accordingly. Okay, now look at here, he is adding fuel to the fire, yeah, he has added fuel to the fire, दोनों भी चलेगा. पर मैंने क्या किया, एक को जिरंड बना दिया, एक को पार्टिसिपल बना दिया.
अभी किया.
हाँ, अभी किया, अभी अभी उसने जले पे नमक छिड़ाया. सो आप किस तरह का सेंटेंस बना रहे हो उसके हिसाब से आप वो ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब और वो मुहावरे लगा के सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं. बर्न द कैंडल एट बोथ एंड्स, ही इज बर्निंग द कैंडल एट बोथ एंड्स, ही हैज बर्न द कैंडल एट बोथ एंड्स. नो, बर्निंग द कैंडल एट बोथ एंड्स का मतलब आप नहीं जानते हो, पर इस तरह इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो आप, तो ये समझ गए. कैसा? क्योंकि मैं सिर्फ एक वर्ब को देखा और वर्ब और इज लग सकता है, वर्ब और हैड लग सकता है, आपने सेंटेंस बना दी. मतलब तो अभी भी नहीं जानते हैं, बट सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं. So did you understand that the ability to make a sentence is can come from MMN even if you don't understand the meaning? Okay, now how to understand the meaning? You have to learn. You have to remember. Okay, now what is burn the candle at both the ends का मतलब है कि हम रात में भी काम कर रहे हैं और सुबह में भी काम कर रहे हैं, तो burning candle at both ends. जब कैंडल को दोनों भी साइड हम जला देते हैं तो क्या होता है, जल्दी खत्म हो जाता है कैंडल. उसी तरह कोई अगर दो दो काम कर रहा है एक ही साथ, या बहुत मेहनत कर रहा है, पार्ट टाइम जॉब यहाँ कर रहा है, पढ़ाई भी कर रहा है, सो वी से इज बर्निंग द कैंडल एट बोथ एंड्स. ओके, सिमिलरली ऐड इंसल्ट टू इंजरी. ऐड इंसल्ट टू इंजरी इज अगेन समथिंग लाइक जले पे नमक छिड़कना, बट इसमें क्या है, ऑलरेडी कोई इंसल्टेड हुआ और उसको दूसरा इंसल्ट कर रहे हैं. ऑलरेडी कोई शर्मिंदा है और उसको हम और शर्मिंदगी करते हैं, तो वो एडिंग इंसल्ट टू इंजरी हुआ. So I can say he is adding insult to the injury, या फिर I can say he has added insult to the injury. Got it? So did you now understand how to use the verb wale expressions in your sentences using the auxiliary verbs? Can I say that I can use all auxiliary verbs? But you just have to change the inflection. Got it? Similarly, nouns. Nouns को मैं क्या क्या इस्तेमाल कर सकता हूँ? Except the first one, I can use all of this. Because all can get noun, right? All can get a noun. But you have to understand where can I use have, where can I use is. Okay, not for example, he is an ace up your sleeve. No, see, I could not use it here. I only said he has an ape. क्योंकि I will have a trick, right? I can only have a trick. I cannot be the trick. जब मैं खुद स्लीव के अंदर हूं तो वो ट्रिक क्या हुआ? मतलब I have to be in front of the world, right? So if I'm in front of the world, then I'm not up by anybody's sleeve. Okay. Similarly, if you see, the meaning will be different. What I'm trying to say is you can use is or you can use have, but the meaning becomes different. For example, he is a father. He has a father. Do you see the difference? Okay. दोनों को आया. Is the noun is father, but I can use is and I can use have. But have or has. Now the difference is when you say he is, that means the person becomes that noun. It's an object when you are using is. But when you're telling has, it means you have that thing, you possess that thing. So you have to understand where can is and have come for noun expressions. Both can come, but the meanings will be different. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सी ही हैज़ अ बैड एप्पल. नो बैड एप्पल का मतलब क्या है समझाता हूँ. बैड एप्पल मतलब है अब कोई एक ऐसा दोस्त होता है जो सबको बिगाड़ देता है. कोई एक बच्चा ऐसा रहता है झुंड में जो सबको शरारती कर देता है. ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड बैड एप्पल. ओके, सो व्हाट डज बैड एप्पल मीन? कोई जो ऐसे गंदगी को स्प्रेड करने वाला बैड एप्पल है. अब मैं सेंटेंस में देखो आप, ही हैज़ अ बैड एप्पल या ही इज अ बैड एप्पल, दोनों भी पॉसिबल है पर मतलब अलग है. ही हैज अ बैड एप्पल का मतलब क्या है? उसके पास कोई ऐसा दोस्त है जो सबको स्पॉइल कर सकता है. ही इज अ बैड एप्पल का मतलब है वो खुद वो बैड एप्पल है. तो क्या दोनों भी सही हैं? हाँ, दोनों भी सही हैं. इस भी लगा के आप सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं, हैव हैज भी लगा के सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं, पर मतलब अलग होगा. सो coming to the same auxiliary verb, can I use the both? Yes. Will the meanings be different? No. Meanings will be, I'm sorry, yeah, meaning will be different. No, I'm sorry. Meanings will be different. Okay, so make sure you use the right auxiliary verb for the kind of sentence you are trying to frame. Similarly, bag of bones. बैग ऑफ बोन्स का मतलब है जो बहुत ही थिन है, इतना थिन है कि उसके बोन्स दिख रहे हैं, तो इसको बोलते हैं ही इज अ बैग ऑफ बोन्स. ओके, सो व्हेन आई से ही इज अ बैग ऑफ बोन्स, इसका मतलब है कि वो इतना उसकी हालत बुरा है कि वो उसका बोन्स दिख रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई से ही हैज अ बैग ऑफ बोन्स, दैट डजंट मेक सेंस, राइट? ओके, it doesn't make sense. Either I should say he has a brother who is a bag of bones. Okay, so you have to understand where I can use is and where I can use has. Both are possible, but according to your context you have to choose and frame wisely. Similarly, coming at the preposition wale example, these are very easy. The rules that you have used for verbs, you can use it for preposition, because after a verb you can definitely get a preposition. We have seen this, right, in verb segments: verb, preposition and noun. So they're non-binders, right? Articles are non-binders. Okay, now here prepositions are also like verb, मतलब verb के बाद preposition और noun आ सकता है ना. So if you see, I used his, is and is. He is working at snail space, I used a verb. Okay, verb. He is back at the wrong horse. He is back to square one. I can just use the auxiliary verbs for the verbs and I can use prepositions. Okay, and notice they are generally is wale these things, not have or has type. Okay, for example, he has worked at a snail space, then that is correct. Yeah, he is working at a snail space, that is correct. Okay, again you have to change the inflections, that's all. Just the rules that you used for verb wala expressions is what you can use for the prepositions wala expressions also. Got that now? Expressions are of how many types?
Yeah.
Three types: verbs,
Preposition.
nouns, prepositions. For verbs you can use is or have, but accordingly you have to change the inflection. For noun you can again use both, but you have to understand that the meanings are different and you have to choose carefully according to your context you're trying to frame. For prepositions it is just same as the verbs. So vocabulary means adjectives, nouns, verbs, phrasal verbs and expressions. If you learn more of these words, then you are building your vocabulary. That means you will have better ability to express more situations and correctly also. MMN and the knowledge of complement will help you learn new words, understand them, frame sentences, and also use it in your language. Okay. So what is your homework is these are the words which I have already mentioned. I want you to identify their complement, look up their meanings in dictionary, and frame your own sentence. Okay. I want you to pause the video at this point of time and write these words and look up in dictionary and frame your own sentences later. Also I would like to share my material with you. Now this is how my material is. You can see there are 4 files. We have vocabulary, we have vocabulary nouns, we have phrasal verbs, and we have expressions. Okay. So vocabulary will have both verbs and adjectives together. The reason it is given like this is for you to identify which is verb and which is adjective. If the word doesn't have ing or ed form, then most likely it is a adjective. If it has, then it's a verb. Right? Did you understand? Did you follow? Right? If it doesn't have, then it's a adjective. If, like say deferred, now that's a verb. Abducted, verb. Abducting, verb. Pacified, verb. Insisted, verb. Pious, adjective. मैंने नाउन्स को अलग रख दिया इसलिए आपको कंफ्यूजन नहीं होगा कि ये वर्ब है या एडजेक्टिव है. सिर्फ उन दोनों में आप डिसाइड कर सकते हो. अगर इसमें नाउन भी आ जाता देन इट वुड बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू चूज वेदर इट इज एन एडजेक्टिव और अ नाउन. As I said, yes, nouns can have articles if they are the subjects. Nouns can also come after auxiliary verbs, right? Gerund adjective noun or participle noun. It can be subject there. If it is it can be an object there. I mean, I'm sorry. So if it is a subject, it will come at the beginning with the help of articles. And if it is an object, it will come with the help of auxiliary verbs, like a complement. Got my point?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how the words are. Okay. All right. Right. So phrasal verbs. Now these are the first 5 phrasal verbs which I have actually showed you just now in the slides. These are the next 5. You learn the meaning, you follow the example sentence here, and then you frame your own sentence. Doesn't matter whether you think it's right or wrong. By this time, using the knowledge of MMN, most likely you will name grammatically right sentences only. Okay, it will help you guiding in making the right sentences. Now if you see, these all are actually arranged in stacks of 5 for you to do a day's work easily. Like first day do these 5, do these 5, do these 5, and then do these 5. Okay, these are the first 5 expressions I actually showed you. A bit much, a little bird told me, ace up your sleeve, add fuel to fire, after your own heart, or add insult to injury. Yes, aapko bus every day, choose from these 5 words. That's about 20 words. Make 20 sentences. This will take about half an hour. Okay, it will take time. It takes effort. It takes creativity. It takes thinking. So take your time and do it. Okay, I'll share this material in the link below in the YouTube description. Download them, get it printed out, have them handy, and maintain a separate book for vocabulary. Write the date, write the 20 sentences for each day.
Okay.
Do it for 60 days. Okay, you will have finished lots of words. Okay, you may take a break on a Saturday or Sunday, or even a Saturday and Sunday both. At least ensure you do 5 days a week, if not all the days in a week. Do about 5 days a week. Okay, 5 days, you're doing 20 words. There are 100 words each week, and that's a lot. Okay, and if you do it for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, now you can see the count. You're doing about 600 to 800 words.
Mhm.
And that's a pretty decent number for you to get started with good reading, good writing, and good understanding skills.
Mhm.
So much of your focus now must be on this. This is your game changer.
Mhm.
All that you have learned so far is foundation.
Mhm.
Okay, it's time to build a building on that foundation.
Mhm.
Building is building vocabulary words list.
Mhm.
These are the four types of material that you have. Focus on this, make sure you do the homework, don't give up,
Mhm.
and I'm sure you will come up with greater levels of proficiency towards the first few weeks of doing your vocabulary homework.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you so much for sticking along till the end of this video. Please do your homework no matter whatever it takes. Thanks once again.